Welcome to Crow Inclined, here today with the daily energetic check-in. I am using the Dream Weaver's Oracle, and our card of focus today is number 2, Let the Fire Dragons Sleep. Isn't that a beautiful card? I love it. I can't quite tell if it's focused or not. There we go. Right? Let the fire dragons sleep. Now, the fire dragons are powerful and uncontrollable. Okay? And by their very nature, obviously fire dragons, they can cause a lot of destruction and damage, and it can take a long time to heal from. So these creatures like their rest. They don't like to be awakened by a stranger. So when this card shows up for us as our energetic check-in, it's a gentle warning that there's a situation or a person around you that's kind of inviting you to dance with anger, jealousy, resentment, that kind of thing. And they're asking you to avoid it. don't get triggered by it, or don't get provoked by it, right? So it's not a time for you to battle or even engage in an argument, because there's no strategy or logic to it. There's no way to win whatever this is in this situation. Okay? There's no strategy, there's no logic. This is really a winning at all cost kind of energy. And it can cause some unnecessary suffering, right? There's no winning. So this is actually asking you not to let anyone or any situation provoke you, all right? This situation, whatever it is rooted in a deep, unhealed wound, one that's either inflicted by you or projected onto you. Now, when I say inflicted by you, that can simply be because you take the bait and get into the argument or get provoked, right? Doesn't mean that you're necessarily doing anything wrong. Likewise, somebody else is having a problem and they're projecting it onto you. Okay? The situation cannot be healed through this kind of expression. And the danger of it is it can become really an indulgent and misuse of power, right? That's that energy of winning at all costs. We lose track of why we're fighting in a situation, what we're fighting for, because it just feels like a fight. That being said, these dragons, they're not your enemy. They come as a warning when you're about to make a choice that could potentially hurt you. All right? So be thankful for this. You can say no and choose to move away from whatever this situation is and take the higher ground. Okay? The fire dragons recommend that you have a sense of humor right now. Laughter lulls them back to their rest, right? So let them sleep. Let them sleep content and curled up in their cave, because you're going to be glad that you did, right? Once this whole thing, whatever it is, blows over, you're going to be glad that you took the higher ground. Okay? You're weaving, and by that we're talking about the fabric of your life. That weaving needs to remain true to the patterns that you want to see more of in your life, and the stories of your journey to be proud of. If you keep the road to your destiny and your eyes on the prize, holding space for your unique gifts, your light will be a beacon of hope for you, for everyone around you, right? It's a lesson that we learn, but it's also one that we teach. And you know me, I'm always saying lead by example. So sometimes it's okay to say, okay, this is going to be a situation. This is coming at me real hard and real fast. A train that doesn't have any brakes. And I'm going to choose to say, that's a you problem, not a me problem. Walk away. You don't have to say it out loud. Say it to yourself, because we don't want to provoke or get provoked in this situation. And just let it roll right past you. Okay? This is about taking the higher ground. Lead by example. Okay, well, I was hoping for a quick little energetic check-in. But there's something, and I don't know if you guys have felt that the energies are a little lately. So, doing my best as well to stay on the fray of the energy that's swirling around right now. So I do have the Golden Wheel Tarot, and we're going to go ahead and dig into this message for you. I want to thank everyone for being here. I really, really appreciate you showing up. Happy to be with you on your journey. Please keep in mind, this is a general reading for the collective, not a one-on-one, okay? Who knows? Might be some little bit of wisdom in here. Let's see where we're going here. Avoiding a situation. It's not avoiding it. It's just taking a different route, a different path. Okay. So right out of the gate, we have the Six of Wands. Let's see. I think I had another update on my iPad. Here we go. Focusing tool always messes up after an update. Okay, so yeah, the Six of Wands is all about victory, triumph, glory, right? It is a card of recognition. It comes after the Five, right? Which is about conflict, debate, arguments, that kind of thing. So we kind of get a sense of where we're going with this, right? You're leaving a situation, you're going past a situation, that Five, going straight to the Six. So that's exactly what's meant to happen. In your energy, you have the Two of Swords. Okay, this is a decision that needs to be made. And I'm sure that it is about whatever this situation is, right? It feels like it's pretty maybe emotional driven. So yeah. And the Two of Swords is great because, I mean, look at this figure. They're taking a moment to kind of think about the situation and then decide which way to go, right? It is a choice, and it is a choice that you're going to have to make. So it's kind of cool that this is showing up in your energy as well. Keep in mind the Eight of Swords. Yeah. Well, the Eight of Swords is coming from a place of limitations and restrictions, generally ones that we place on ourselves, right? Usually the figure has a blindfold on and is bound and can't move kind of situation. Loosely bound, let's say. So it really does talk about the restrictions and limitations we do impose upon ourselves, okay? And it can be a thought process, right? Anything along those lines. I mean, it is the swords, so swords are of the mind, right? And when we're talking about a situation that has no logic or strategy, here we go. Eight of Swords, okay? Yeah, there's something you're gonna have to step away from that energy. I think it's either gonna be, I mean, it's like, here's your choices in the middle. The fire dragons are saying don't get provoked. On one hand, you know, if you can take the higher ground, you're going to have success. If you take the other choice over here, I mean, that's what it feels like. Then it's a very restrictive energy for you. It might block some things. It might block some paths. Yeah, this is really interesting. It's interesting. Under that Six is the Moon. So there's something hidden in this situation. There's something you don't understand or you don't know about the situation, right? This is why it's best to take a higher ground right now, because there are unknown elements, and that's probably why the fire dragons say that there's no strategy or logic to it, because there are too many unknowns. So this can be making decisions or judgments based on what you think you know when you don't know the whole story, right? So this makes sense. This makes sense as to why you might want to just sort of skip this one, because there's more to it. There's more to it. Interesting. This is really interesting. In your energy. Okay, the Four of Wands. Yeah, by skipping it. Yeah. Remember we talked about how this is kind of a lesson that we learn, and a lesson that we also teach. There's a lesson in you taking the higher ground with whatever this is. All right. The Four of Wands is a milestone. It's an achievement. Okay. Maybe you're more apt in your past, more apt to just dive in and fight. Right. Sometimes we get a little addictive to the, or the argument becomes a little addictive. What happens if we step away from that fight energy, right? The Four of Wands is a card of freedom, achievement, union sometimes, but it's basically crossing the finish line. It's the party card. It's the energy of celebrate without trying to control the situation, without trying to control outcomes, without having expectations. It's literally meant for you to embrace sort of that celebratory energy. Okay. Sometimes this card indicates that maybe you're going to get an invitation to something, or there's a social gathering that you're meant to go to. Okay. It is in your energy. So it appears that you are making the right decision, or you're about to make the right decision, right? It's going to set you free. It's going to set you free. It's going to set your mind free, right? Isn't that what we want with the Eight of Swords? We want to be set free from those bindings, right? Those bindings that we impose upon ourselves. We may be saying, oh, you know, they're being imposed upon us, but that Eight of Swords tells a different story. Yeah. All right. We have the Emperor. Yeah, you're meant to sort of step into sort of the wisdom and maturity that has grown within you. Okay. The Emperor has mastered the realms of all four kings, right? Super solid, super grounded, balanced energy. Okay. So you have it within you to make the right choice. You're going to make the right choice. You're going to step away. You're going to go live your life, love your life. And because of that, here comes the Ace of Cups, right? This is a new beginning in love and relationships. Now, whether or not this situation, I mean, everything, if you think about it, is a relationship, okay? Everything's a relationship. So this is going to give you a new outlook on relationships. It's going to be a new beginning in love and fun and magic. It's going to free up some energy. It's going to free you. It's going to show you that you don't have to play that game. Maybe someone's playing a mind game with you. Maybe someone just wants to control you in some way, right? By telling you what to do, how to live, how to be, how to speak, how to dress, how to whatever. I mean, these are just examples. I don't know why I needed to say that, but, right? Take the higher ground. It's going to bring in all of this new, beautiful energy. I love these fish, right? Fish are about abundance. Yeah. Ooh, yep. I am not surprised to see that card. We have the Eight of Cups, right? This is walking away. It's walking away. And when we walk away from the things that aren't meant for us, right? We open up and we expand. We empty out the clutter of the things that don't matter to us. We let things go, which it feels good to let things go. And then we have the space to expand into. We have the space to grow the good parts of us and our wishes and our dreams and our hopes and our goals and all those things, right? As we're walking off into our future. This is turning away from the things we need to turn away from. This is taking the higher ground. This is saying, I'm not doing this anymore. All right. Hey, buddy. Sorry, guys. My cat. It's almost their dinner time, so they get a little passive aggressive. Anyway, let's see what else here. Yeah, I don't know if you felt it, but this energy is totally shifted. Totally shifted, right? And look at the colors are changing. I love with this card, you're walking out of sort of this darker energy into that light. And the light, you know, walking off almost into kind of a sunset energy here. But it's yellow, right? That's solar plexus. It's it's confidence in yourself. This is a very confident move to walk away from this. It's going to give you something that I think it's going to give you something that you needed or that you need right now. To know that you are in control of you, that you make the decisions for you, right? When we let other people or other situations provoke us, we give that away, right? We have the devil. Yeah. Walking away. Devil's all about getting rid of the things that it's attachments to things, right? Maybe we're attached to a person or a situation. That's not good for us. Maybe it's a pattern that we have. I don't want to say bad, but it could be a pattern that we have that we need to step away from. It could be a person, a place, or thing, right? So cutting cords, cutting ties, stepping away from the things that are not helpful to us as we are moving forward into our beautiful futures, right? Not surprised to see that card. I love how the colors in this are so much like, look at that. Yeah, I don't know what the situation, and the situation could be very, very different for everybody. I mean, obviously for everybody. Like I said, it could be a person, place. Maybe it's an internal conflict you're having with yourself. Doesn't feel like that. It feels like an external thing. But this is allowing you the opportunity to make a choice based on you, right? Here we have a Lover's card coming out. Which, at its core is about you learning who you are at your soul center, right? This is about you using that once you find that authenticity within yourself, once you become that authentic you, once you recognize it in you. This is you using it as a filter to look at everything in your life. So maybe you had to come to this point to understand that it's okay to step away from whatever this provoking energy is right now for you. Now keep in mind this is a daily energetic check-in. So whenever you see this, there might be something popping up for you. Okay? But as long as you handle it from your authentic self, you're gonna be fine, right? Because that allows you to step away from the things that no longer align with you. All right? Whether that is a person, place, situation, whatever. That's great. Okay. Yeah, there is hope here. You're gonna be fine. You're gonna step away. Yeah, you are. Look at this. We have the Three of Cups. This is celebration. It's celebration. Celebration. Celebrating with your besties, right? With your community. So maybe whatever this situation is, stepping away from that. And with, like I said, with this Four of Wands here, this could definitely be, there's a social gathering you're supposed to go to, whatever. And it's going to help you get out of whatever this kind of funk is over here with that Eight of Swords. It's going to help you remove yourself from whatever this provoking situation, provoking energy is. All right. Okay, let's do one more. I thought this was going to be a quickie little reading today, but it was a lot more intense. Like I said, I don't know if you can feel it, but the energy has shifted, right? The energy has shifted, just even within this reading. So hopefully this was helpful. Yeah. Stay true to you. Here's the Queen of Cups. Yeah. Stay true. Stay... the queen is nurturing and caring and loving and compassionate. She's a great listener without judgment, right? Maybe you've been second guessing your choice to walk away from whatever this is. Don't. Practice some self-care, some self-love. Walking away from whatever this is, not engaging in it is self-honoring. It's a form of self-honor. It is a form of self-love. It's not a fight that you want to take on, right? Remember, there's no strategy, there's no logic with it. There's no way to win whatever it is. Okay? Bottom of the deck, last one, I promise. We have the Tower card, not surprised. Okay, this is actually probably going to be a new way for you to handle a situation of this kind. And when you do it and you realize how much better you feel, how much better off you are, it is going to be a Tower moment for you, because you understand that you don't have to step into the fight, right? You can allow it to just move right past you. And that means we rebuild the foundation of our lives with bigger stones and better foundations and more solid foundations, and something that's in alignment, Lover's card, with your true authentic self. And it's going to allow you to move forward in a much, much better way. Okay? It's going to leave you more room for your unique self, for your creativities, whatever it is. There's more room for you and less room for that fighty energy. We're done with that. Okay? All right, this was your message today. Hopefully this helped. Thank you so much for being here. Hit that thumbs up button if this resonated with you at all. Share with your besties, and I will see you soon.